Hello everyone, it's me again, LylaBug, and welcome back to my world. You may be thinking, whoa, that's an awfully nice shiny outfit you've got on there, Lyla. And you may also be thinking, where's your house gone? So, we're actually not in the same part of forest as we were before. If we come out over here, that floating island is directly above our little shack. And I have decided that right here in this little bit of spruce forest, I'm going to be starting to build my fairy forest. I've had a little play around in creative and I've got some ideas of what we're going to do. You probably also want to see some of how I got what I've got. Some shenanigans went on when I was mining, so let's cut back to that for a little bit. Okay, everyone, welcome back from that little montage. I think it's time that we start getting some of the materials actually needed to build this house. So, I guess the first thing we're going to do is actually clear some of these trees so that I can get building. So I might as well, while I'm gathering some of these resources, talk a bit about my inspiration for this first build. I don't know if this is going to be the inspiration of all these builds to come, but I definitely want a sort of natural feeling building. So I want it to feel like the building is part of the world around it, like it's sprung up naturally and then just someone has happened to move in. So we're going to be using lots of wood, lots of moss. We're going to have to do a lot of moss mining. But yeah, I'll flash some pictures on screen of the kind of things I've looked at for inspiration. So I want it to feel like this is just little huts that you could find at the bottom of your garden and a kid would want to go and explore. Yeah, so you might notice that my microphone audio has improved. Hopefully, I think it's improved. I've managed to find a headset that actually works in order to record these videos. I hope it makes a difference. Did I just break an iron axe? I don't even have that much iron. Great. But yeah, I really hope that this makes a little bit of a difference. And I don't have any stone either. Okay, guess we're just making a wooden axe for the time being. Yeah, so we're going to need quite a lot of spruce wood. I've already said spruce is my favourite wood, and I feel like that's going to be obvious in this building. I thought about using some like green terracotta or some green concrete, but I feel like green dye is the hardest dye to find. Like, what do you mean I have to find a whole desert and then like smelt up some cactus? I'm sure there are other ways of doing it. I just can't think off the top of my head. I think maybe sea pickles would also work. I don't know. But for the time being, I'm going to do a little hop into bed so I don't die. What I might do is start blocking out the shape of the roof in dirt and then go back in after with moss to kind of finalize the shape. When I've practiced making builds like this, the roof looks really goofy for a while, and I want to kind of use as little moss as I can because I currently have like 3 pieces and it's going to take ages to mine a bunch. I don't know how much spruce I need. I just know I need some. The thing is, I'm going to use spruce wood, so like not planks. So this is also going to require even more. But the good thing is this is a mega tiger. I don't know if that's what it's called. I don't know what it's actually called, but we've got big old spruce trees here, so we don't have to worry about as much about getting enough spruce because we just cut down like a few trees and that should give us what we need. I always go through this stage where like I have iron, but I don't really have enough that I'm happy to just, yeah, keep using my tools. And you saw how many diamonds I got on my mining trip. It wasn't many. I think I've made this chest plate and then I've got enough for a diamond pickaxe and that's it. So I will have to be using iron for a little while. I'll go on another mining trip at some point, hopefully somewhere that gets me a bit deeper. But yeah, for the time being, I don't want to use up all my iron. I don't really understand how to make iron farms. I'm definitely not a redstoner. So we'll have an episode of me trying to work that out, I'm sure. I think this is probably enough spruce once I've cut all this down, as long as I can fit the base of the building in. Oh god, I'm gonna be stuck up here without an axe. This is why I need better tools. I will also try and get mending from a villager, so that once I do have nice tools, I don't have to worry about then breaking them. It's quite a fun view from up here. You can see like this tiny bit of spruce that I've chosen buried amongst so many different biomes. I like it though. I think it's a really cute spot. I guess I'll be on this level. I didn't realise that making wood blocks like lost you a block. Oh, this is going to be so inefficient. That's fine. It's fine. Oh. Whoops. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to do a little bit more terraforming. Because I want this to be kind of like circular. And then it'll be like that. So I do need a little bit of dirt just to fill this bit in. I don't know what I'm going to do with like the floor, if I'm going to leave it as a mix of this podzol and the mossy cobble and dirt like grass. And yeah, at the moment it's just a bit of a collection of everything. Also, I don't think this dirt is going to fill in currently. We're going to... let me actually take my shield off. I'm going to make this all out of stripped spruce instead. I also kind of want to include some mangrove wood, which might mean a bit of an adventure needs to happen. I don't know, I'm kind of worried about adventuring at the moment. I don't feel like I'm ready to wander that far afield. But also, it would look really nice. So I think it might be time to try and find some moss. That's the word I'm looking for, moss. Let me run over here, back to my normal house, because I'll kind of use that as a mining area. I don't want to completely dig out underneath the fairy forest. If I just plunk this right here and then bone meal it. I need a good few stacks of the stuff. I've already broken one hoe. This is why I made another. But it also looks like, yeah, I've already got a stack, so that's nice. I don't really know how much I'll need. Quite a lot, I think. I'm sure, because I love moss, it's one of my favourite blocks. I'm sure that I will make a moss farm. I think, fingers crossed, they're pretty straightforward. So I should be able to work out how to make them. I mean, obviously following a tutorial. I'm not going to be able to work it out myself. I'm not that clever. But yeah, it should be. That was a pathetic spread. That's better. But yeah, if I watch a tutorial, I should be able to actually be able to replicate it without too much difficulty. Oh, another hoe destroyed. I feel like moss just changed the way people terraform. I don't even know when it was introduced. Oh, it was with the lush caves, wasn't it? But it's just whoever came up with the idea to introduce this block to the game. I like him. I'm a fan. There you go. I've got over 4 stacks of moss now. Hopefully that's enough. If not, well, then so be it. Okay, so we have made it back to this magical little bit of forest. This little bit of forest definitely needs a name. So if any of you have any ideas of what this magical place could be called, please do leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll decide what we should call this place. So I guess now is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to get to the building. So, the house is all made, and I feel like it's missing something. So, I actually recorded that original time lapse about 2 real-life days ago now. And I think we need to add a little bit more to it. I really wanted this to feel natural, and I've spoken about that before. And I think what this needs is some kind of branches coming off it. Just a bit natural and a bit weird. Because at the moment the walls are completely flat and the roof's the exciting part about it. So I want to try and fix that. I'm just making up some spruce elements that we can use just to make some of these nice little branches. I think I'll put a nice big one on this side. And yes, I've noticed we have an Enderman coming to join us. That's not central. If I kind of... I'll just build up with the spruce for the time being. And then... I'm going to come out this way a little bit more and then maybe forward. Something a little bit like that, but I don't want it to be too chunky. So what I'm going to do is place some stairs in there. Maybe here too. Just like break it up a bit. Make it look a little bit less like it was made by a human, more like it sprung up out of the ground. I mean, it's basically a plant, isn't it? I've created here. I'm not sure if it comes across, or if it just... Oh, whoops. I'm not sure if it comes across or if it just looks... Oh my god, I did the same thing. I'm so bad at this game. Like, it may just look a bit like a goofy swirly roof, but in my head, it kind of looks like a leaf that's folded over. And maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe none of you see that. But that was my inspiration, like a folded leaf. And even if no one else thinks that, I think that's kind of yeah, I think that's come across well. At least it looks like what I want it to look like, and that is the main thing. It's always really hard to make things look natural in Minecraft because inherently things are gonna look a bit blocky and a bit square. But we're definitely getting that. This is getting closer to what I had envisioned for it. Maybe that's it. Maybe it doesn't need anything more than that. Yes, it does. It's definitely missing something there. Maybe it doesn't need anything more than that. Yeah, I think I like that. I think that adds a lot of whimsy to it. My favourite word, whimsy. I think I'm going to try and do another one here, but maybe this will come out less. Just like a slightly straighter one. I don't want them to look like arms. And I'm slightly concerned that if you put two basically limbs on the side of you, that looks like arms now. Okay. You need to make them more uneven then. Maybe this one could even curl... Oh, do I have another axe? I do. If we start it a bit higher and this could curl down a bit, oh, that would be interesting. I think it needs to be short, doesn't it? Just like that, and then maybe that and that. Or even that. Let me have a look at this now. I'm still not quite sure. I think I'm gonna do some framing around the front of the house. Like, put a little canopy over the door. I have talked a bit about wanting to add some texture to the walls with some mangrove logs. But until we have those, I want to make sure the shape is right. So, after even more playing around with the branches, I've decided that this is where we're going to leave the structure of the house. I feel like this side looks a bit weird because of all this dirt. I think in the next episode, we're going to try and fix that. We're going to add some more details onto the house and hopefully bring some more life to the area. I also wanted to point out that these two frogs, like, I really thought that they were one frog the whole time I was filming. Whoa, there's three of them? Guys, it's a whole family of frogs. That's crazy. I thought it was just one guy and there's so many of them. Well, yeah, you guys can come inhabit this house. That's fine. Got distracted for a second. That's the final house. I really hope you guys like it and you're starting to see how this forest is going to come together. Thank you so much for making it this far in the video. I really hope you enjoy it and you like this house. Tune in next time to see what we keep doing in this wonderful land of ours. Bye!